Hello, fabulous superstar Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of February 2019, looking at life and love. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. What an amazing month it is. We have such an active and powerful sky playing out right now for you. And it is right out of the gate early in the month that we are going to have a new moon. Now this happens right around the 4th or 5th of the month, depending on where you are on the planet. And it is taking place in the sign just before yours. This is also a part of the sky that is considered your home in the sky. And this is where you should notice your dreams revealing great inspirations for you. I do think some really great career ideas or clarity as to your life purpose and the direction in which it is meant to go next are going to start to be revealed to you at this time more clearly. On the other hand, it can be a time of really great, really restorative rest. So if you are one of those very busy Pisceans, it is in the first 2 weeks of the month that you will find that your sleep is better than ever, but also tremendously healing to you as well. Now, this can also be a time when, without you realizing it, someone in a position of authority or a boss has been working on your behalf to bless your life. And this is where some new opportunity can be presented to you based on efforts that were taken on your behalf that you didn't realize. So it could be bosses, yes. It could also be ancestors or descendants. If you look at the chart more mystically, your spirit guides as well can be covered here. Now, as lovely as this restorative energy is, it is going to be in the middle of the month that the energy starts to kick up, celestially speaking. It is going to be right in the middle of the month, right around the 14th, give or take a day on either side, depending on where you are on the planet, that we will have a meeting in the sky of Mars and Uranus. Now, these two planets do meet in the sky once every 2 years or so under normal circumstances. However, what is special about right now is that this is the last time that they are going to meet in this financial part of the sky that Uranus has been since the beginning of the decade. Well, it's the last time they're going to meet for decades to come, at least in this part of your sky. And since the beginning of the decade, chances are you've had moments of surprise. Yes, sometimes it's felt like you've leapt forward and had big opportunities. Other times, though, it's gone in a different direction and you've had some surprises. Where it comes to financial matters, this is money you earn and money that you spend. You've also had some very valuable lessons in finding your authentic self where it comes to self-esteem and self-love and finding a sense of self-value in the things that make you unique and independent. Well, now, as these two planets meet at the very end of this part of your sky, it is as if a lot of larger lessons that have been with you since 2010 come together for you in powerful and meaningful ways. Now, as I said, this is a financial part of the sky. So for some of you, there will be this sense of gains that happen now, being leaped towards greater prosperity. For others of you, yes, an expense may come up at this time as well, but it is part of the learning that is transpiring. The thing to remember is that when there is such strong financial energy, the money you need is there. It is just about you learning through this medium, this tool that we call money, that we call finances, but you will find not only the grace, but the brilliance in the moment to address anything that may come up. Now, with this part of the sky, I would also add that this can be a real breakthrough in terms of your sense of self-love, in terms of your self-esteem as well, where in an instant you're able to leave behind possibly things that you may have been working on for a while, or parts of yourself that you thought represented low self-esteem. You may realize in a light bulb moment that that really isn't the case, that you actually value yourself and love yourself much more than you've given yourself credit for before, and it is evident in a situation that may transpire at this time. But ultimately, it is Uranus. Uranus is about the future. It is Mars. Mars is about empowerment, knowing thyself, and acting with certainty from that place, and you will get to exercise these very sacred spiritual lessons in the realm of self-esteem, self-love, and money matters. Now, as we move just a little bit beyond that, so immediately after the perfection of this connection between Mars and Uranus, Mars will change signs and move into a much more social part of your sky. It's a part of the sky that has to do with synchronicity and just running into the right person at the right time. And it also has to do with siblings, cousins, and neighbors. So it is going to be these people who start to factor in more and start to get more of your time in the weeks ahead. However, what is really very special is that we are going to almost immediately afterwards, right around the 19th of February, we're going to have a full moon in your opposite sign. And so this is about you running into the right person at the right time, a person that maybe you've aligned with in the past, or maybe you are looking to align with now, especially for professional purposes. This is where that obviousness of who that person could be and what this connection could mean to you starts to become that much more evident. This is also really exciting for feeling like you are not alone as you move through the world, and how much love and support there actually is. Now, if all that wasn't enough, Venus is going to be active this month as well, with Venus moving into a part of the sky for you and being all month in a part of the sky for you that has to do with friendships and groups that you belong to. It has to do with social gatherings and getting together with groups of people. All these endeavors with Venus in this part of the sky can be especially rewarding and can be a lot of fun too. However, we are going to have Venus making some interesting connections in the middle to late part of the month. First meeting Saturn, then Pluto, and then the South Node. These placements, all three of these placements, speak powerfully to karmic developments, but also to closure, to reality, and to accepting what is and making a mature decision from that place. Feeling pulled in a particular direction, a fated direction, if you will, but also closing karmic ties and ending karmic chapters, knowing what has served its purpose in your life. For some of you, this is pretty apparent. It is a group endeavor that you might have been working on that you realize has served its purpose in your life. Perhaps bringing a group endeavor or group project to a close can be part of this as well. There is a sense at this time of moving in a direction that feels as if you are going to align with more real and more honest, more substantive connections for you beyond this point. And releasing what otherwise could be superficial dynamics that you have judged or realized are not going to be supportive of the real, authentic, and honest bonds that you are seeking. Now, this could be professionally or personally, but this is Venus, goddess of love. So we also have to talk about this in the context of love. But more importantly, we have to talk about that full moon in the middle of the month in the context of love. And all this Venusian energy is taking place under the light of this full moon. And so what this tells me is that love and partnership is going to be an important focus for you this month. Now, a lot of you may experience this energy in the context of business alliances and professional partnerships, which I spoke about already. But of course, romantic partnerships and romantic alliances that you may have are all part of this energy as well. If you are someone who is open to meeting someone new, well, that full moon does suggest that someone will be there to help you to understand some of the lessons that only love and attraction can bring. But it does look to be hugely consequential. Chances are you may interact with this person, meet this person as a result of you knowing someone else. So whether it's through a friend or it is a friend where something romantic develops, that is very possible as well. And while that full moon energy is passionate and exciting and very flirtatious as well, thanks to that Mars energy, there is going to be a sense of transformation that does transpire. For you personally, this attraction may serve as a catalyst for you, but also a particular friendship dynamic may go through a change as a result of what is happening romantically for you, directly or indirectly. And this is also true if you're getting to know somebody. If you're getting to know someone right now, this is where you start to see how your friendship dynamics are going through a change and are in some way either going to have to evolve or have to adjust to what is happening in your life, romantically speaking. There's also a sense here of wanting greater companionship with this person. Now, one thing I would just be a little cautious of when you start heading into that realm of wanting companionship, I do think that this just seems like a time when as a result of this person you're interested in and seeing them interact with a friend, or their interaction with a friend can be part of what facilitates a catalyst moment for you, or maybe even for some percentage of you out there, an uncomfortable moment for you as well. And so how you navigate that is totally up to you, but there is an importance at this time to protect what it is that you feel you are nurturing or that you are beginning with a particular person at this time. It may be wise to exercise some independence where it comes to any new person that you are getting to know right now, and keep the friendship stuff separate where possible. Now, it isn't always possible, right? And it is also possible that this person who's in your sphere, it's not quite dating yet, but they are a friend to you. That's when you start tapping into the more complicated energy. Now, that's okay, right? Sometimes we go through that. We go through these moments of some complication. But the thing is that as much as things could get complicated, is as clear things can be as well, as crystal clear as they can be. And a lot of your truth that ends up reflecting what is clear is going to be found in more emotional channels. How do you really feel? What is it that you're really wanting? Is there stability here? What is the reality of the situation? That really is the overriding consideration with a sky like this. Now, a friend may have their own opinion of what the reality of a situation is, but at the end of the day, it is you that needs to decide what is right for you in light of your unique circumstances. Now, keep this in mind as well. On the 20th of this month, Mercury will go into shadow in your sign. Next month, Mercury will be retrograde in your sign, which means that as much as there may be attention on other people at this time, very soon that's going to change. It's going to be a lot about you, and the focus is going to come on you and who you really are and what matters to you most and what matters to you first. And as I see the priority shifting, I feel like the experiences that you may have now with other people are valuable because they're helping you to gather experience. And from there, you'll be able to go deeper and reflect on your self-identity and your truth and start to refine your way forward to live more honestly from that place. For those of you who are in an established bond, a powerful time as well. Again, protect the bond that you have from outside influences or sharing too much with friends on your part, or mixing too much of the bond that you share with the friends that you share. That's where you want to, sort of find your balance forward in this. However, having said that, this can be a truly delightful time as well, where spontaneous moments may lend themselves to truly fun interactions with this person that you are in an established bond with this person that you love. It can feel as if a matter has come full circle. So if there's been something going on with your partner, whether with their work or otherwise, this is where it can feel as if what has been challenging is now, especially the days around the full moon, is behind you. As much as this full moon represents culmination and completion, there's also a sense of fresh, new energy, a beginning as part of the closure that happens now. And that's because this full moon is happening at the very beginning of its sign. And also Mars. Mars is a very fresh and new and really enlightened energy. Any planet can be enlightened actually, but it's an energy that ultimately fills you with a sense of vitality. And it is now your partner that can be part of that. Whatever may be happening with friends can stay in the realm of friends unless they're meant to coalesce. And if they are meant to coalesce, then that's where you trust the karmic learning laid out for you. What I love about this month for you, it's got to be that beautiful full moon in your opposite sign. It means that at this time, your birthday month has begun. So happy birthday to all the Pisceans out there. But I do think that this full moon ultimately will let you know that you are loved, that you are supported, and it's going to help you to see some very empowered and energized and beautiful things about yourself as reflected in the eyes of another. This is you feeling the energy of life, really, and how much other people add to your life. And through it all, you will also see this month that it is people who can facilitate great blessings for you now. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this every week by logging on to nadiyashah.com. Sign up to be one of my superstars. Superstars get expanded, exclusive video scopes every week, unlimited access to special horoscopes and more. All of this in the superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.